Hey, what's up, guys? Haas here, and kind of wanted to talk to you about this, the idea of maybe persistence or entrepreneurship, or a lot of people have asked me to talk more about what I think a good American is, and this is, I think, in a way, the epitome of the right, or at least the idea, or this portion of this guy that I met the other day is the right American ideal. So this guy, I don't know, and I'm going to take him at his word. Let's just pretend that this is true, that whatever he's told me is true, and that he's not making it up. So let's just assume that, since we're assuming the best of people, hopefully. So I go to send off some packages to some people the other day, yesterday, and I go down to the to the strip mall where they have um, there's like a postal, they call it the postal stop here, and you can send stuff there and get a PO box. It's like a little miniature whatever you call it, post office, right? Except that they're a private business, so, and they let me carry my gun in there openly, so I don't ever have to go to the post office. I go to this place, the postal stop, and I can carry my gun in there, and I don't have to worry about the stupid federal laws. So I go in there, and I get out of my truck. It was a nice day, beautiful day. I had the windows down. I was driving, listening to Metric, yeah, with the windows down. And I get there, get out, and I see this chick that looks all methed out, and it's just like, oh, that's great. It's a lovely day. And I see this dude who's got a armful of cloth or clothing, it looks like, and looks he looks okay, and I can't tell if they're together, but they had been talking like to each other. And then the guy walks up to me and starts telling me this sob story thing about how he's down and out on his luck, and he's trying to get back to Medford or something. And I'm thinking, okay, this guy wants my change, and I think, why does he have all those hats? And so I thought it was weird, and I thought at first he just had like a bunch of, like, maybe it was a big sweater or something, and then I realized they're all hats. And then he starts talking about how they're all handmade and all this other stuff, and then I realized that he's selling them. And I said, "Where did you get these hats?" And he said, "Well, I crashed my car into the bushes or whatever. I guess he said he crashed his car. I didn't have a lot of money, but I had some." He said, "I'm really good at crocheting," and so I went and bought a couple of spools of yarn or whatever and some crochet sticks, and I whipped these out in like an hour and a half or something. And I was like, "Dang, dude!" And they're not like super high quality hats or anything. I mean, it's a thin weaving of stuff, but this is like and he didn't say how much he wanted, so I give him $7 for one, which is probably too much. But I feel like that these folks that sit out on the street are begging for money, or for whatever. Some of them are begging for beer, actually, and things. They're just like, they have a million things they're begging for. That's fine. I mean, we have beggars or whatever, but people that go out, I guess, well, let me finish that thought with the beggars. I find our beggars to be insulting, honestly. um, they feel like we owe them something, or something like that. In Europe, the street beggars, they go out and they sit on their knees, right, on the ground. They bow their heads and they hold their hands like this for hours, hours. because they're just like this, okay? Because they know they're begging. They're begging for charity. They're not indignant at the fact that they're um, that they're poor or something. That somehow those other people owe them. Although maybe they are. Maybe they do think that, but they at least don't act like it when they're begging. Um, but the folks that are actually out there creating something like this hat, who actually go out and say, "Look, I'm not going to let a shitty situation get me down. You know, I'm going to turn it around and make some money." I'd be much more willing to overpay for a product that this guy's put together in his time of need than hand over money to some homeless person, because that's the frickin' American way, man. Is you get knocked down and you get back up. You create your own opportunities if you have to. It's like it just seems, like that's to me is what is a really great thing, a really great thing to have is persistence and entrepreneurship, and that's a really great value to have, and you should probably think about harnessing that for yourself.